got this morning. Bo Nix, since week 4 in the fourth quarter, these numbers are incredible. Fourth quarter rookie quarterback, 73% completion percentage, 111 passer rating, 6 total touchdowns a pick. So there's 2 reasons for that. Sean Payton and Bo Nix started 61 college games. If you watch Anthony Richardson of the Colts, who started 13 college games, a quarter as many as Bo Nix, you can watch Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Anthony Richardson, and you can see the babysitting by the coaching staff. Bo Nix last night, with a lead against a good pass rush, is out there slinging it from the end zone. So this is one of these things, those 61 college starts, it's immeasurable. It's hard to quantify how much it means. It's like when you're a young chef, your first job shouldn't be 6:30 to 8:30 Saturday night in a busy restaurant. Right? Like when you get your, you go to driver's ed class, and the first time you get behind the wheel, probably shouldn't be on the Autobahn. Like, Bo Nix is ready to play. 61 college starts, SEC Pac-12, multiple coordinators, multiple coaches. Dude is ready to play. And I was watching this last night. If you look at the playoff picture right now, Denver at 8-5, going to a bye week, then the Colts, I think they look like a playoff team. I think you're all asking about Bo Nix. I watched him last night. Yes, he is still growing, but I think he's fairly close to his ceiling. He's not going to get more athletic. He's not going to get bigger. I think his arm feels better than it was in college. I mean, where's Bo Nix going to grow? He's going to grow in watching coverages. And that part's obvious. But I think he's fairly close to his ceiling. I don't think Caleb's close to his ceiling. I don't think Drake May's remotely close to his ceiling. I think Bo Nix is closer to. After 61 college starts and then 3/4 of a season with, Sean Payton, what you're watching, what he's going to get is more refined. His completion percentage will go up. But those fourth quarter numbers for Bo Nix, fourth quarter, often coming from behind, everybody knows you have to throw, are really, really impressive. First month, little over his skis, game's real fast, little overwhelmed. Not anymore.
Okay. First off, imagine thinking, I want to take this in so many different directions, honestly. So my mind's kind of like, oh my God. First off, let me just start off at the top. Those throws that we saw some of those highlights of, those were elite. Elite. Let me say it again. Elite. Big time throws. I do not use the word elite loosely. I really preserve that for special. I'm not saying that Bo Nix is an elite quarterback right now, because he's not. He's a rookie quarterback, okay? So let's be clear about that. But those are elite, big-time throws, and those aren't accidents. Because we have even just average, good, even great quarterbacks occasionally have some elite moments. But it's like, it doesn't really always feel intentional. Bo Nix has that in him every single game. Every single game. So it is remarkable. I really believe that Bo Nix is just a big-time player and will continue to do so. And it's just so funny that people kept using his amount of college starts as a way to kind of pull him down. And they did it going into this season. Oh, he started, 60-plus games or whatever. This is who he is. He's not that good, yada, yada, yada. And I've already addressed that a million times. And now we still kind of even say like, oh, hey, look, 60 starts. That's why he's so good right now. Now even when people are trying to use that as a positive. But now there's still the negative because they're saying, this is Bo Nix. There's only so much more for him to grow. And it's like, imagine thinking that you're going to be almost like 90% there based on how you play in college with a college program and college coaching compared to what you get in the NFL with a top coach in Sean Payton. Imagine thinking that Bo Nix isn't going to get at least 10% better. Or that we just in like 6, 7, 8 games, yeah, that's as much as Sean Payton's going to be able to like grow and elevate Bo Nix. Like, do you understand that that's kind of an absurd statement to make? And if we used to say, oh, he's going to get better at reading, defenses and coverages. Okay, and that could be game-changing. Like, what? That's how Tom Brady continued to become elite. That's why Tom Brady, says, and I've said this now a lot because he talked about it, about his weekly meetings with Bill Belichick and him being able to understand defenses more deeply. And literally 15 years into his career, Tom Brady said, like, I was still learning and getting better at reading defenses. So if we want to just kind of say that as this, I will get better at like picking up coverages and stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, that's not act like that's like, like some small little thing that won't have a massive measurable impact on his career and his ability to win and be big time, be box office. So it's just like, even in some of the conversations around Bo Nix, even when they're intended to be positive, and again, Colin has been wildly positive and supportive on Bo Nix, make no mistake about it. But it's still like I've now somehow become like the biggest Bo Nix fan, in all of NFL sports talk. And I don't know how it's happened. Honestly, I really don't. But I mean, I just watch him play and I'm just like, again, I keep saying this. I've said this now, a lot over the last few videos with him. It's just, he is a big time player. I don't understand how anyone can watch him play and not immediately think that is a big time player. That is a big time quarterback. He looks like a quarterback, that like a Disney Channel movie would make with him being like, oh, he's the star quarterback of this team. He gets everything he wants, and it's just like, and in the show, in the movie, he'll probably be like a jerk or something. But it's just like, he has it all. I mean, like, that's what I look like I'm watching. I'm watching like a textbook greatness. And he's just a rookie right now. And people already want to put a cap and say, well, yeah, he is really good right now as a rookie, but like, he's not going to grow. All these other quarterbacks, they're going to grow and get significantly better. It's like, okay, sure. And I do think other quarterbacks are going to grow and improve. But it's like kind of done in a way where it's kind of like, this is where Bo Nix is here and everyone else, and these other younger quarterbacks are here, but eventually these other younger quarterbacks are going to kind of get up to here. Like, that's what's kind of implied. Show me the evidence. Show me the evidence of why that's true. I want to see it. I want to know. What are we basing this off of? I want to know. What are we basing this off of? Because I don't see it. I don't see it why people are so quick to say that these other quarterbacks are clearly going to be better. They clearly have higher ceilings. Based on what? I've yet to see the argument. I think it's genuinely possible that we got Caleb, Jaden, Bo, maybe JJ McCarthy. Obviously, we haven't seen him play, like, actually in regular season. That these guys, these become top quarterbacks in the NFL that everyone's talking about. You're still going to have Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar, obviously. But I think it's possible that we are going to be entering this era of just insane quarterback play, where quarterbacks are just continuing to get better and better and better. They're continuing to evolve. They're continuing to get better faster. And it really is just, we just got great quarterbacks everywhere. Just everywhere. I really think that's kind of what we're entering right now. Because I'm just not seeing why people are already trying to put, a ceiling or a cap. This is probably where Bo Nix is. And again, it's just like, I don't know. And again, even if it is, okay, give him a run game, give him some weapons, have him slowly improve, I guess, off of, reading defenses and whatnot and making some good decisions. And like, okay, and you're telling me that guy's that team is not a perennial Super Bowl contender then? Like, and again, that's all you're asking for. You can't just build a team based off of, like, well, unless Bo Nix wins 5 Super Bowls, then it was a failure. It's just like, all you're asking is, can my team be a perennial contender for a Super Bowl? That is a victory. Obviously, you want to win some Super Bowls as well, but it's like, as a fan, that's all you can ask for. Every year, is it like, well, we know my team, my quarterback is good enough to be in that conversation. The rest is just going to be, hey, did we nail that draft pick? Were we able to pick up a nice guy in free agency? Are we lucky with health? Like, that's what it always comes down. That's what it ends up coming down to. I mean, I see Bo Nix play because, Colin was like, oh, look at the playoff picture. They're there. They can win a playoff game. I really believe this. I'm not saying this. I am not a hot take artist. I'm not. I've never been a fan of that. I don't even like to watch and consume shows like that. I like authentic opinions that people are saying because they truly believe it and they've thought about it and reflected on it. And I have thought about it and I've reflected on it. The Broncos would beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. They are a better, more physical, more lively team. Bo Nix looks like he's got more life in him right now than Patrick Mahomes. And no, I'm not saying that Bo Nix is better than Patrick Mahomes. So don't have a panic attack. But I mean, like, this team looks alive. Even in a bad game against the Browns, this team looks alive. And I am not trying to oversell this team. I'm not trying, because I see local sports shows do that, where they say that a team that's like kind of good or even great, and they say this is the best team ever, no one can beat them, and it's like, well, that's not true, man. And you set themselves up, and then when they don't win, they get knocked down in the playoffs. Everyone's like, what the heck, we failed. And it's like, no, you just got beat by a better team. That happens. And you see it with all the franchises, all the local news shows, local sports shows. And so I'm not telling everyone, hey, the Broncos are great, they're gonna win, just because it's good content and only for them to like then get rolled. I really do believe it. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying I'm betting, $10,000 on it here. But the Broncos are there. If they can be lucky with some health and don't have any of these unfortunate scenarios where you get a muff punt or this or that, if they minimize their mistakes, and they also step up on defense, which they didn't against the Browns, but hey, just one game. It happens. Like, I'm not going to just say, oh yeah, the Broncos, they're in the playoffs. Yeah, they're going to get rolled by the Steelers. They're going to get rolled by the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Bills. I don't see it. I really, really don't. I don't see it. So, it's, playoffs will be can't miss TV for the Denver Broncos. I just think Bo Nix, again, I keep saying it, I'm a broken record, but Bo Nix, I just see as a big time player. Sean Payton comes up with a great game plan. The defense steps up. They take care of the ball, no turnovers, no bizarre fumbles where it's like, oh my God, you just fumbled on our own 20-yard line. And now Patrick Mahomes has a one-way ticket to a touchdown. You don't have those types of moments. You don't get a blocked field goal. And you don't have one of those weird moments where now you missed the 47-yard field goal. And again, now you gave short field to the Chiefs. When you don't have those types of moments, which of course can happen throughout a playoff game and just any game for that matter. If they don't have those types of moments and you're playing just straight up, Denver Broncos, book it. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos? Are you surprised how well Bo Nix is playing? Are you surprised how well this team is playing? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.